The room is cold and quiet. Investors stand shoulder to shoulder as the vault door opens. Heavy steel, slow hinges. Inside, gold bars sit stacked behind cages, stamped and gleaming under white lights. Phones come out. Photos are allowed, but only from where the guide points. The guard watches. The guide talks about audits, insurance, custody. He keeps it moving. No one touches the bars. No one asks for serial numbers. The tour ends fast. Papers wait in the next room. Transfers happen before lunch. Weeks later, the door will not open for them again. Requests for delivery stall, emails slow down, explanations change. The gold that once felt close now feels far away. What they saw was designed to convince, not to prove. The vault was real. The confidence was real. The money moved. The question comes late and hits hard. If the gold was only there for the tour, what exactly did they buy? Chapter 1, the tour. The invitation arrives with quiet confidence. No mass email. No blast. Each investor gets a call or a direct message. Private storage, fully allocated gold, by appointment only. The address comes last. The building sits in an industrial stretch outside the city. No sign on the road. No logo on the gate. That absence is part of the pitch. Discretion equals safety. 2 guards stand near the entrance. Black uniforms, radios clipped high. One checks names against a printed list. Another scans IDs and hands out badges with numbers, not names. Phones are allowed, but rules come first. Stay with the group. No wandering. Photos only when approved. Questions at the end. The door into the facility is heavy steel. It slides open after a pause that feels intentional. Inside, the air is cooler. The lighting is bright and flat. Concrete floors, white walls, everything clean, everything controlled. The guide introduces himself by first name only. Calm voice. Trained pace. He talks while walking, never stopping long enough for anyone to linger. He explains the process in simple terms. Investor funds purchase physical gold. The gold is stored here, fully allocated, insured, audited, accessible. They pass through another door. This one opens to the vault. Gold fills the room. Bars stacked on pallets. Shelves with metal cages. Each cage has a number. Each pallet is wrapped and banded. The bars catch the light. Yellow, solid, heavy looking. Up, people slow down. Some step closer until the guide raises a hand. This is close enough. The guard shifts position. No one crosses the line. The guide points to the cages. He explains allocation. Each investor owns specific bars. Not pooled, not paper. Physical. He gestures to a clipboard hanging near the wall. Inventory logs. Audit records. He does not remove them. He does not offer copies. Someone asks about serial numbers. The guide nods. Yes, every bar has one. Those records are available after onboarding, through the client portal. Secure access only. Another asks about insurance. The guide answers quickly. Comprehensive coverage, Lloyd's level standards, fire, theft, natural disaster. The gold is safer here than anywhere else. The group moves again. Photos are allowed now. From this angle only. No flash, no close-ups. People take pictures of stacks, not details. Of abundance, not proof. A man in the back whispers to his partner. This looks legit. The partner nods. The guide explains audits. Independent, regular, third-party firms. He names them but does not spell them. He says reports are available on request. Later, after account setup, time is tight. He reminds them of that. High demand, limited capacity, new allocations closing soon. Today's tour is a courtesy. They leave the vault the same way they entered. The door closes behind them with a solid sound. The air outside feels warmer. The next room has chairs and bottled water. A table holds folders. Each folder is thick. Contracts, custody agreements, fee schedules, everything printed on heavy paper. Staff members wait, smiling. Efficient. They answer questions in low voices. They guide investors through forms. Wire instructions are highlighted. Deadlines circled. The urgency sharpens. Allocations are filling. Gold prices are volatile. This is a hedge, a safeguard, a smart move. No one is pushed. No one is rushed. The pressure is softer than that. It sits in the room. Some investors ask if they can think about it. Staff nods. Of course. But allocations cannot be held. The gold moves fast. Several sign that day. Others initiate wires from their phones. Screens glow. Amounts entered. Confirm buttons tapped. The guide reappears near the end. He thanks them for coming. He repeats the core promise. Physical gold, fully allocated, stored right here. No one asks to touch a bar. No one asks to weigh one. No one asks for a serial number on the spot. The tour ends. Outside, the building looks ordinary again. Cars pull away one by one. Investors carry folders on their laps. Some feel relief. Others feel pride. They saw the gold. They were inside the vault. In the weeks that follow, account dashboards go live. Balances appear, ounces listed, values fluctuate with the market, statements look clean. Professional. Emails confirm storage. Quarterly reports are promised. Delivery is available with notice. For most, that is enough. The tour becomes a story they tell. I saw it myself. Stacks of bars, real security. This is not paper gold. Referrals follow. Friends and colleagues ask about alternatives to banks, about inflation, about risk. The answer comes easy. There is a place. There is a vault. New investors book tours. The process repeats. Same badges, same angles, same phrases. What is not seen matters more than what is. No independent inspector stands with the group. No serial numbers are matched in real time. No bar is removed from a cage. No ownership document is verified against the metal in the room. The vault does its job. It convinces. Money flows in, transfers clear, accounts grow. Behind the scenes, the structure that supports the illusion stays hidden. The leasing agreements, the temporary placements, the logistics that make the room look full on schedule. None of that appears on the tour. For now, there is no crisis, no complaints, no reason to doubt. The gold looks real. The security feels tight. The story holds. And the vault door stays closed. Chapter 2. The structure. The first request for delivery sounds routine. An investor wants a small portion shipped, not everything, just enough to test the process. The response comes back polite and calm. There will be a short delay. Logistics, verification, standard procedure. Days pass. The investor follows up. This time the reply is longer. The gold is allocated. The bars are real. Movement requires coordination with the vault operator. Insurance paperwork must clear first. Another investor asks a similar question. Not delivery, just serial numbers. Account records list ounces, not bar IDs. The reply explains that serial numbers are stored offline for security reasons. They will be provided later. That later does not arrive. Behind the confidence of the tour sits a structure few investors ever see. It lives in contracts, subcontracts, and language chosen carefully enough to sound firm while staying flexible. The company does not own the vault, it leases access. The agreement allows for temporary use of space and scheduled displays. The vault operator is a separate entity. Liability is limited. Responsibility is shared in ways that blur the edges. Custody language in the contracts looks strong at first glance. Fully allocated, segregated, insured. But the definitions matter. Allocation refers to entitlement, not possession. Segregation refers to accounting, not physical separation. Insurance names categories, not serials. Marketing decks repeat the strongest words: physical, secure, private. The footnotes soften them. The gold shown on the tour is real metal. That much is true. What investors do not see is that it is not always owned by the company selling the investment. Some bars are borrowed. Some are leased short-term. Some belong to partners moving inventory through the same facility. Timing becomes everything. Tours are scheduled around availability windows. Bars arrive before visitors, they leave after. Sometimes the same pallets cycle through more than once. The room looks full when it needs to. No law requires disclosure of that choreography during a tour. Investors assume the gold stays put. The structure allows it to move. Internal emails later reviewed show coordination messages, displays prepared, allocations adjusted, delivery requests flagged. None of this is visible to the clients, watching the guide point at cages. Social proof keeps doubts quiet. Early investors speak confidently. They toured the vault, they saw the bars, they reassure others. The absence of problems becomes proof itself. When questions do surface, they are managed one by one. A delay here, a clarification there. Each issue framed as isolated, no pattern acknowledged. One investor pushes harder. He asks for an independent inspection, not a report. Physical access with a third party present. The response is firm but calm. Security policy does not allow it. Audits cover that function. He asks to see an audit. A summary is offered, not the full report. The firm name is visible. The scope is limited. Inventory reconciliation is described, not demonstrated. Another investor notices something small. The photos from the tour match images on the company website exactly. Same angles, same stacks, same cage numbers, different dates. He mentions it in a message thread. A staff member replies quickly. Standard promotional images reused for consistency. The explanation lands, but unease lingers. Delivery requests increase, not because of panic, because of market shifts. Gold prices rise. Some want to rebalance. Others want to test liquidity. The answers slow down. Shipping partners are backlogged. Customs paperwork takes time. Insurance riders need updating. Each response sounds reasonable alone. Together they form a wall. Inside the company, pressure builds. Cash flow depends on keeping metal in place long enough to support account statements. Moving bars out creates gaps that must be filled before the next tour. Temporary solutions stack up. Intercompany transfers, short-term leases, inventory swaps. The illusion holds as long as timing holds. An investor requests delivery of his full allocation, not a test, everything. The response is different this time. A call instead of an email. Reassurance mixed with caution. Large movements require advance notice, weeks, not days. He agrees to wait. Another investor does not. She hires a lawyer. A letter arrives asking direct questions. Who holds title to the bars? Where are they now? What serial numbers correspond to her account? The reply cites confidentiality, security, ongoing verification. No serial numbers are provided. Rumors begin to circulate quietly, not public. Private messages, side conversations. Someone heard deliveries are delayed across the board. Someone else mentions a friend who tried and failed. Still, no collapse. No misstatements, no bounced wires. The dashboards update on time. The numbers look right. The structure is built to survive doubt. It relies on trust spread thin across many investors rather than proof concentrated in one place. Every delay buys time. Every partial answer reduces pressure just enough. The vault remains mostly closed to clients. Tours slow, appointments stretch out. Capacity is suddenly limited. The gold that once felt close now feels distant. At the center of it all is a simple problem. There is not enough metal on hand to satisfy everyone at once. The system assumes they will not ask at once. As long as most remain still, the structure stands. But the requests keep coming. Not in a rush, in a line, and each one asks the same question in a different way. If the gold is fully allocated and stored right here, why is it so hard to reach? No answer lands clean anymore. The explanations thin, the timelines slip. And somewhere behind the scenes, the math stops working. Chapter 3. The collapse. The inspection request does not come from an investor at first. It comes from a counterparty. A routine reconciliation. A scheduled check that cannot be delayed without consequences. The vault operator asks for confirmation of holdings tied to the company's accounts. The numbers do not line up. At first, it looks like a clerical issue, an entry missing, a transfer not logged. Staff are told to reconcile and respond. Hours pass, then a full day. When the response finally goes out, it is careful. The metal is in transition. Some bars are temporarily off-site. All allocations remain intact. The vault operator asks for dates and serials. The reply does not include them. This is where the structure breaks, not in public, not with a siren, quietly in back rooms and inboxes. An independent inspector is requested as a condition of continuing the lease. Access is granted but limited. The inspector is shown the same room investors toured, the same cages, the same stacks. This time the count matters. Bars are weighed. Stamps are recorded. Serial numbers are logged. The list is shorter than expected. What is present does not match what is owed. The findings are written plainly. Inventory shortfall, discrepancies between displayed metal and client entitlements, inconsistencies in allocation records. The report is not public. Not yet. It is shared with lawyers and regulators under obligation. The company issues a statement to clients before anyone else hears. Calm tone. No admission. Temporary operational issues. Enhanced review underway. Accounts remain secure. Delivery requests are paused entirely. Some investors accept the explanation, others do not. A few demand immediate answers. A few more demand their gold. One investor shows up at the facility unannounced. He is turned away at the gate. No tours, no access. Security policy. Word spreads faster now. Regulators step in next. Not with assumptions, but with documents, marketing materials, contracts, account statements, emails, the inspection report. They separate what can be proven from what is claimed. Proven. The vault exists, the tours occurred, gold was present during visits. Proven. The company did not own the vault. It leased access and display rights. Proven. Some metal shown belonged to third parties or was temporarily placed. Proven. Client accounts did not map cleanly to serial numbered bars held in custody. Alleged intent to deceive, alleged knowledge of shortfall before tours, alleged misrepresentation of allocation. Those lines are drawn carefully. Words matter now. The company's response shifts. Lawyers speak instead of staff. Communications become shorter, less confident. A notice goes out. Operations suspended pending review. Dashboards freeze. No updates, no new statements. Investors compare notes for the first time. What they were told, when they were told, what they saw, what they never received. Patterns emerge. Similar delays, identical explanations, the same phrases reused across months. Some investors recover portions of their funds, early exits, partial settlements. Others do not. The vault is inspected again. What remains is cataloged. It is not enough. The final accounting is brutal in its simplicity. There is a gap between metal on hand and promises made. That gap cannot be filled quickly or quietly. Court filings follow. Claims and counterclaims. Custody definitions argued line by line. Allocation versus possession. Marketing language versus contractual obligation. The tours become evidence. Photos taken from approved angles now show repeating cage numbers. Identical palettes appear in images months apart. What once built trust now builds a case. The public learns about the scheme late. Headlines are cautious, alleged, under investigation. No verdict yet. For the investors, the outcome is already clear. Some will recover something. Some will not. Time and legal costs take their share. The company maintains that it acted in good faith. That operational complexity was misunderstood. That no intent to defraud can be proven. Regulators focus on the structure, not the story. The system allowed appearance to substitute for verification. Allowed confidence to replace custody. The vault did not lie. It did what it was designed to do. It displayed metal convincingly. The failure was believing that sight equaled ownership. In the aftermath, new rules are discussed. Independent verification, serial-level reporting, surprise inspections, limits on leased display metal. Too late for those already caught. The building still stands. The vault door still closes with the same heavy sound, but no tours are scheduled. The illusion does not work once it is seen for what it is. The gold was real. The room was real. The confidence was real. The ownership was not.